Yeah.
Competitors.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Voidcast. We're going to play some Dungeons & Dragons and more importantly, have a lot of fun doing it. This will be the 17th live episode of the Precipice of Dreams. If it's your first time here, welcome. And if you've been here with us before, welcome back. We really appreciate that all of you are coming along on this adventure with us. So, how's everybody doing? We hope everyone in the chat is doing okay. Had a wonderful day and an even greater evening.
So many people in chat already.
Yeah.
Welcome, guys.
Welcome all.
Welcome.
Yeah, before we start off, let's get the social media out of the way and maybe talk about some other shows we're doing, and then let's dive into the action, right?
Get the social media out of the way, but it is our lifeblood. People, if you haven't already and you like our content, then go and support us on all social media accounts that we have. But specifically, of course, Twitch and YouTube, where you can subscribe, you can like, you can comment. So what social media do you use most? Let us know in the comments below so we can try and customize the experience for you. We even have a Reddit page right now.
We do?
Yeah, we do.
Filled with goodies. Filled with goodies.
There's a subreddit.
Wow.
There's a subreddit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't have a social media talk prepared. I wasn't ready for it.
You're doing great.
You prepare those things?
But,
nice. I didn't know.
Oh my! Does he actually prepare that? No, I never prepared it. But
for 2 days.
Instagram, Twitter, we got YouTube, we got Reddit, we got Discord, we got Twitch, we got Instagram. So find us on your social media platform of choice. Like, subscribe, follow, and most specifically, comment.
What about MySpace and Hives, though? I mean, they're mentioned in chat right now.
No,
we're
not doing that anymore.
Okay.
I want to be a bee.
Too bad.
I think on MySpace you can still support Stone Golem on MySpace.
Oh, that's awesome.
But
which is also a good shout.
I never removed it, so I'm guessing that it's still there.
Okay.
I didn't know not MySpace still existed.
So CU2, anyone? No. What was the
wait, let me use Alta Vista to find
ICQ. Anyone on MSN Messenger? No.
Okay, Boomer. Thanks.
MSN Messenger, I use.
So, yeah, we're doing other stuff too, right?
That's true.
Is it you or is it Jasper that's going to talk about this now?
Please let me do the talking.
Okay.
Okay, then Jasper, you never talk anyway, so.
Hello, everybody. I'm
off to a great start.
So there are two shows I want to talk to you about. The first one will air tomorrow and will be the first episode of Jasper's Laboratory.
Oh.
So if you've seen our social media, you've seen something bursting out of our calendar thingy. And it's my new show that will be on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Central European Time, where I will be doing session preparations. And as I have been thinking about the show, I'm sure other things will happen as well, because you always need context to these things, right? So there will be a lot of storytelling and there will be a lot of what ifs and everything. So I'll beat Marvel to it then. Anyway, that's the first show I'll be doing. Then next Tuesday, the other Tuesday, so to say, Talking Void will be on again. And as I already announced, I will have a special guest. And that's Allard from Dutch 20. And Allard will be joining me and we'll be discussing the topic, what was the most epic start of an adventure you've ever had?
Very cool.
Explosions.
Is
Pretty cool,
it
right?
just Allard though, or is one of us also joining?
No, because Michel will be there as well. He will be there as well, and I think we'll have some other announcements soonish as well. So, but let's not get into that right now. But
No.
mysterious things are
We're working on
Secret projects.
We're working on cool,
all
awesome
these
stuff.
projects, man. So we are really enjoying ourselves at these moments. But Allard, great guest, and we'll be talking English, even though he's from Dutch 20. But that's a big community where we are a part of as well. And Allard is a really great guy. So look out for that one. And I think the question is a cool one as well.
Yes.
I think it's easier than the last question to answer.
I think so as well. But I have been thinking, I started in this adventure and I started in your previous 3 adventures in a way. No, 2 adventures. I would say 2. I have had to start with Holiness and now Fortas. So I can draw upon those experiences and weigh which one is the best.
It could also be one that you prepared yourself. If there's a specific start.
Sorry, Roger. You're all out of the story right now.
Then I already have one. Oh, wow.
Oh, so funny. Anyway, those are the shows I wanted to announce. Michel, do you have anything to add?
Yes, next week on a Monday, so before the episode of Talking Void, where I'll be streaming with Parallel Projections, where we play games. Usually with Jasper, but I think next week will be the first time without Jasper, since he's starting his own show tomorrow, which takes time, obviously. So we had a great run in the beginning with Planescape Torment, and then we did 2 special episodes where we played through Journey and Abzu, and I really like the short game format, so I'm trying to stick to that for a bit. But I'm moving to the sort of games that will take about 6 hours to complete. And the game that I'll be playing next week on Monday is Transistor, which is not an RPG, but it is an isometric game. And it has amazing music and artwork. And I've always wanted to play it. And next week, I'm finally going to. So
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
Wow.
Nice.
And will there be miniguns?
yes, I guess. Yes, definitely.
I will watch it.
I think there's a sword involved though, but yeah.
Also.
All right. That's all the official stuff out of the way, right? So world trailer, recap, and let's go. So world trailer first.
Aedon. Over 200 years ago, the world trembled in the wake of the last god. When the gods disappeared, they took all divine magic with them, and the world fell into chaos. 6 years after the godfall, a new god arose. Aedon, god of the world. But the damage had been done. Even now, the world remains wounded. More and more land masses have become corrupted, leaving them uninhabitable and dangerous. Now, 5 unlikely adventurers gather, and the world will be changed forever as they journey beyond the Precipice of Dreams.
No, just stop singing, please. Do us all a favor.
Roger, just let it go.
No. That's where I draw the line.
Yeah, thank you, Eric. So, like we were saying, singing, Jin hasn't talked yet, but he's going to do the recap.
Yay!
So, Jin, take it away.
Come on, Jimmy boy.
Do any roads lead to Brentwick? We have no idea. We are in the Grove, another world where maps don't work and the sun does not shine. We came here through a portal to aid Princess Petal, a pixie creature from this world who we saved in our own. We saw all kinds of strange creatures and plants, and after a few adventures we arrived at Briarroot Copse. a city built in the roots of a giant tree. After some interaction with the local Spriggans, we decided to help their king, Stemet, or rather his mother, by defeating the Hag, a creature corrupted by some unknown force. This would lead to the help of the Spriggans to save the druid, which is apparently necessary. Before we were able to go, we got attacked by the Hag's minions, experiments, twisted versions of the creatures of this world. After a long battle to defeat the invaders, we had taken out their treant, a huge tree creature which was throwing pods of mushrooms into the city. We had won, but the city was still overrun. This is where Oddleaf joined the female Spriggans to create a magic wave which made all the mushrooms collapse. After this display of powerful magic, which affected Oddleaf in some way, we got some time to rest and to talk, which led to Bowen crying, Thomas buying and shying, Oddleaf trying, and me sighing. We did learn a lot about one another and decided to go do something about the Hag. Now, we've just left Briarroot Copse to travel to the Hag's domain under the guidance of a Princess Petal. Will we be able to defeat the Hag and get the Spriggans' help to save the druid and give us a chance to go back to our own world and maybe even Brentwick? Let's find out.
Yeah. Well done.
Thank you.
So yeah, you guys just left Briarroot Copse, and you're walking to Twilight Meadow of some kind, and it's
Twilight Meadow.
It's darkish, but also lightish. And you guys were in a good mood while you left, I guess, right?
Well, I think Bowen is jumping around a bit, acting enthusiastically. Yeah.
I have my hood up and sort of squint a bit.
Yeah, so good feels all around, right? Nice.
Yeah, indeed.
Petal is leading the way, but apparently it's quite a journey you have to undertake. The landscape stays the same mostly. It's not forested here. It's more of an open field. There are trees spread about everywhere, and tiny groups of trees. But it's you can hardly call it a forest, even though every creature here has been referring to this world as the forest, and not the grove. The grove is a special place within this endless forest. But there's no road you travel on. You just make your way through the tall grass.
So there's only tall grass. Are there also trees and stuff around?
Yeah.
Just sorry.
I thought.
Yeah. But is it?
Yeah, I know, but
is it forest enough to not have open skies?
No, no.
Yeah.
It's you can see the skies very clearly here, and it's not day, it's not night, it's somewhere in between.
Perpetual twilight.
Exactly.
It's Petal flying.
Petal is flying, and she flies a little bit ahead of you guys, but
so Bowen goes,
but not high,
slashing, dicing. What a fun.
Why did we agree to do this again?
What, take him with us?
Because we're heroes, Oddleaf. Because we're heroes.
I think it was because getting home would be easier if we have the Spriggans' help.
Yeah, Petal turns around and flies backwards, which she can apparently do, and says, so we can get an army, right?
Yeah, that's true. It's just, I never imagined myself being sent off as an adventurer or warrior to defeat some ancient evil or something, you know? It's what you read in stories, and never expected myself to become a story of sorts.
Well, this isn't a story, this is real, and this is happening.
Yeah, that's what
her domain is actually, something needed to be done. So why not do it while we can gain something from it, right?
Yeah, and it's not exactly like we're adventuring. We're just helping a friend.
And she probably has food.
We are.
And she probably has food. I repeat.
Thanks, Mireneas.
Thanks for the sub, Marineas. Nice.
Thank you.
So cool.
This does sound a bit like one of the quests Sir Gunther always talked about. The Knights of the Olden Days. So.
What, you killed a bunch of hags in your days?
No, but go on a heroic quest to defeat an evil and save the village or save the people.
Help your friends.
Well,
Help
yeah.
your friends.
It's something that needs to be taken care of here.
So let's do it.
So how long will it take to reach the area where the hag lives?
I think we should reach the swamp in a couple of hours. But then it will still be a journey, and we have to be careful once we get inside their domain. Don't want to draw any attention to us.
But what can we expect in the swamp?
Wet feet?
I love wet
If you
feet.
can't fly?
I love that I can't fly.
No, yeah, I don't know. I haven't been there in years. And from what I heard, a lot has changed.
Okay. So we should be prepared for everything.
I guess we'll see it when we get there then.
Thomas, maybe
Yeah.
you can show us how to move silently. Can you do that?
Did you hear me walk then?
Oh, you're so funny. I love you, Thomas. Thanks for the knives, by the way.
You're welcome, Bowen. Well, you can watch my moves and see if you can learn anything from it. And I
It's
move
not
as
for me,
silently
it's for them. It's for them.
I move as silently as possible just to show Bowen the ropes, even though he says he doesn't want to know it.
Anyone mimicking him?
Yes, me.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
I try to. I land and I try to.
I'm going to attempt it.
And I'm going to walk just a little bit too awkwardly close to Thomas doing it. Like to really observe what he's doing.
Okay.
Gin is frozen.
Gin is frozen.
Jin's frozen. Oh no.
Natural 20
Natural 20. That's
plus 2 is 22.
Better.
Do I have to roll?
Can I roll?
Yeah, just roll. Let me see how well you do.
That's why we're here, right? To roll dice.
Oh, whoa, wow, that's a 20 and I didn't even roll a natural 20. That's 13 plus 7 is 20.
I've got a 10 plus 3 is 13. See, I'm not the best at everything.
Well, Oddleaf seems to be the best at sneaking around.
Who would have thought?
Solving?
That's stealth, right?
Yeah.
So 20 total.
Oh, very nice.
Wow. I'm doing exactly what Thomas does.
So you're all walking
High five.
somewhat quietly, and Petal just raises an eyebrow at you guys and shakes her head. We're not there yet.
Yeah, I'm just showing them the ropes for when we get there.
Yeah, we can rely on my magic somewhat once we approach her actual domain. But yeah, I don't have an infinite supply, so I suggest we save that for when we reach her lair.
Okay, agreed.
So, should we be keeping some kind of watch, maybe? Looking for enemies approaching?
Well, we're walking cautiously, aren't we?
We're quite safe here. I haven't seen a warden nearby, at least.
Yeah, so Bowen starts to look around very carefully, but after a couple of minutes he gets
in the distance you can see a dense forest, and you see one of those giant creatures walking through it, but it's like miles away.
Petal, can you tell us what those
He gets distracted. That's what I was going to
those
say.
creatures are? Those big ones?
Those are the wardens. They're like they clean everything that doesn't belong out of this realm.
Like us.
Like you.
Do they have a face like those fish that stick to the side of aquariums?
No, they have a face like the moon.
Oh, okay.
I think he's referring to something that only he knows.
Yeah.
Some reference we're not getting.
I don't know. Maybe you
Sorry,
watched Finding
sorry.
Nemo again or something. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
No, you encountered one there earlier, Eric.
Yeah, he knows.
All right. Yeah, they keep our forests safe from intrusions like you guys.
So can you get a safe travel pass somewhere? Like, is that a possibility? Like, can you travel here on an invitation, or should we always be careful with running into those things?
Try to explain it to you guys, and there are places where they don't threat. Like within the grove, you're safe. Within Briarroot Copse, you're safe. But out here in the open, then no, we're not safe. If you're not safe, I'm safe. They love me.
And
At that moment, I say, giant caterpillar. I pick it up and I eat it.
no, don't do that again. And give me half.
I hand it
Okay,
over.
Timon and Pumbaa. Let's just continue.
I try it. Is it good?
Taking this too far, man.
How many Disney references can we get into this episode?
Yeah. It's let's stop. Yeah, so you travel along through the. No, it's not good. It's very bitter. And
It's good.
maybe it's poisonous. You are not sure.
I take it out of my beak and I give it back to Bowen. And then I ask Petal, if they clean us, do we go home or do we die?
Not sure, actually.
There's
They might
only
put
one
you
way to
just.
find out.
They might just put you somewhere else. I mean, they're not violent, but yeah, if you don't belong here, then you should be cleansed in some way. Which is what
makes
worries
for
me
an
as well, because what
interesting
happened to the Warden of the Swamp? Because the Warden of the Swamp should have kept the corruption out.
It also makes for an interesting point when it comes to me, right?
Whether you belong or not.
Yeah.
They don't think you belong. At least that's not what the other one said.
Oh, you talked to it?
Yeah, of course. I tried to get you, like a free pass, like you said, but you disturbed the forest, and he didn't like that.
Yeah, no more berries, we know.
Berries,
It's eat or be eaten.
caterpillars. I mean, you can live from the forest, I guess, but yeah, he didn't like what you guys were doing. I mean, if I had eaten the caterpillar, then it would have been fine.
You can hear Oddleaf hurl in the side, and if you look at Oddleaf, she's really she doesn't seem well. She's paler than usual. Her skin almost an ashy gray. It seems there's big bags under her eyes. But yeah.
I walk up to her and I say, Oddleaf, you're okay?
Yeah. It'll be fine. It'll pass, I guess. Feels like I have a major hangover.
Wait,
I didn't drink that much, right? Can't remember.
you didn't drink that much, no?
Yes, she did.
It's just a headache, and I don't know. I feel empty. I'm sorry. I will not try to be a problem this journey.
Oh,
I rummage a
doesn't
little
matter.
bit bag, and I, without even looking, letting you talk, I just hold a piece of sweet fruit behind me, like take a piece of fruit.
Oh, thank you, Solwing. I take the food and I take a bite. Yeah, goes down easy.
Wow, eating checks. Nice.
Yeah, we're rolling dice because we have.
I'm trying to turn this more and more into a 3rd edition.
Okay, yeah. Well, what bonus do you have on eating, though?
Constitution +0.
I'll make a magic fork of some kind that gives you +2 to eating. Yeah, that's
But only when you can pick it. So it doesn't work on soups.
Oh, no, then a spork.
Spork. Oh, yeah.
A spork +2.
Does it
Nice.
have like a knife handle at the end? So you have all 3 in one thing. Like the
How
trestle.
about a chipped
Knife?
teacup?
A chip teacup? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One other Disney reference. That's it for tonight.
Okay. I don't believe you. Yeah, so you continue your journey. And it's going well, actually. Nothing's happening. You don't see that much wildlife. Some insects. Some are bigger than you're used to, but still small enough that they don't pose a threat of any kind. And you continue on and on. At some point you see a herd of creatures that looks like deer, but aren't really deer. If you look, like their antlers are not antlers, but they have these ram horns around their head, and they just run through the field, and they pass within seconds. And eventually you come to a border, and it's really weird because the tall grass stops, and the next moment of the next piece of land is actually very swampy, like this wetland that looks kind of dirty and moody, and there's this mist hanging in the air, and the colors turn like this brownish, greenish, dirty greenish vegetation. You see a lot of dead trees, but also living trees, but the trees are different than they are if you look behind you. And it's really weird because on the world where you come from, then climate and biomes change gradually, and this is you take one step and you're in a completely different biome.
Wow. Can I look around and see if I can see any 12-headed hydras that I might have drawn for you this is the last week?
Hmm?
The 12-headed hydra.
No, I know that you don't see it just yet.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's hiding behind that small plant over there, but I'm not sure.
There's 12-headed hydra coming.
Yeah. He doesn't know it's this big, but
I have a feeling about it. No, I do look around and see if I can see anything out of the ordinary other than what you described. So if I can see anything moving in the mud or...
do you have survival?
Everybody has survival. Do I have survival? Yeah, I am trained in survival.
Yeah, then do that instead of perception.
Okay. Oh, that's 17 plus 3, so that's a 20 in total.
Another 20, nice.
Yeah.
Well, there are these mushrooms growing all over the place that don't look like they should be here. They kind of resemble those mushrooms that were thrown into the cops, the ones you fought earlier. Like they're these bright purple with grayish stems, I think they're called. And Yeah, they're much smaller, and there's these patches all around. And what you do notice is that mostly around these patches, there's these tiny animal bones.
Okay. From a distance, can I see what kind of animals these bones belonged to?
Mostly bird-like creatures, maybe some reptilian creatures.
Reptilian creatures, bird-like creatures. Okay. I say to Petal, do you know these type of mushrooms, and should we worry about them?
Well, I don't know these types of mushrooms, but I do know that they are not natural to this land.
Okay.
So that means that the corruption has spread all the way to our borders.
I tried to pick up a rock, see if there's a rock lying around, and I want to throw a rock at one of the patches of mushrooms and see what happens. Hey, better from a distance than from up close, right?
Yes.
I
Right.
assume that spores will, but
Okay, do you
That's
want to
right,
tell
that's-
it? It's fine, it's fine. Go ahead. No,
Well,
you throw the
Oddleif-
rock, and Oddleif is correct. Some spores poof out of those mushrooms, and the dots on the mushrooms suddenly start to grow these tiny tendrils, these tentacles, and they all assault the rock. The multiple mushrooms assault the same rock, and they seem to be having a fight over who gets the rock. And one clearly wins, and jerks it away, and then it might realize it's just a rock and drops it.
Okay.
Are they
these-
rooted?
These mushrooms seem rooted, yeah. They don't
Okay.
move or anything.
If we look around, the place that we are heading to, are these mushrooms like all over the place, or are there small patches scattered around?
They're usually next to trees or patches of water, but not really in the open. They're usually at places where animals might take shelter for something, or
Okay. I take a look at the best course that we could take, trying to circumvent all the mushrooms, and calculating a bit how much a spore spread and how far the tentacles reached from this patch, and then I try to map out a route between mushroom patches.
well, they didn't reach that far. About 1 foot or like 30 centimeters or something. And that's okay. You can still use the same check as far as I'm concerned, and you're quite able to lead your group through a safe path.
A quick
Okay.
question: Is there is low flight a possibility here?
High flight is a possibility too. There's no huge canopy or it's very open actually. Some parts have these denser groups of trees. Most of them hang in the water, or you see a whole bunch of dead trees clumped up together.
can we actually peer into the distance? Like, can we look at, do we see anything in the distance?
Yeah, more
Or
swamp.
is it more swamp? I mean,
Yeah, but
do we see- if we look around us, do we see mountain ranges or a forest? Is it
No, it's a
Holland
bit-
where everything's flat?
Yeah,
and you can look
mostly.
pretty
There
much-
are some hills you can see in the distance, and but it's mostly flat land, and sometimes kind of hard to see whether you're passing, you're treading on ground or water. Like the water can be so clumped up with different kinds of vegetation that it looks like ground. So often you make a step and you just fall into water halfway through your knees or something. It's not that deep, but it's gross. And there's the only thing that's really obscuring your sight is the mist that hangs here. There's these thick, almost brownish, yellowish mist that swirls through the trees and gives this ominous feel. sight.
Thomas.
And even smell. It stinks over here. It smells like
that's what
rot.
I just wanted to
decay.
ask, the same. Rot and decay, okay.
Yeah.
So
And as you
Thomas.
travel somewhat deeper, then you also start to notice these swarms of insects, probably like mosquitoes, except they're like this big. They're and you just have to swat them away every now and then,
Thomas,
or
can
eat them, whatever.
Yeah.
Do the trees seem safe to you?
I look up the trees. Do they seem safe to me?
Safe in what way?
Can he land on them? Land on a branch?
Yeah, it's mostly willow trees, so those branches aren't that thick, or at least there are these huge long leaves that hang down into the water more often than not. But yeah, there are some spots where you can just land on a tree and sit.
So I do that. I take a low flight so I don't draw any attention from people further away, and from time to time I just take a branch to either let the group come to me or either to wait for them.
So I inhale through my nose and say, new smells.
Outleaf doesn't seem to be too happy with the smells. I was actually, so out of character, looking at prestidigitation, because you can change flavors and stuff, and I was wondering if I could make something give off a certain scent to hold it in front of my face, but you can't.
You can't?
You can create an instant odor, but it like with the flavor and stuff, it lasts for an hour, but the odor doesn't. So no
If
luck
you have
there.
this salve that you can rub on your upper lip or something, but
I don't have it.
no. Too bad.
I'll just okay.
You just have to endure the smell.
Yeah, I do grab like a small handkerchief and put it in front of my nose a bit.
All right.
Okay.
Finally, change of scenery. Don't you love it here? It's so different.
Yes, it is different. I do
Yeah,
think
and-
we need.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt.
I do think we need to be on our guard, Bowen. I know how enthusiastic you are about everything, but let's keep it quiet a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, even if you look back now, you can't see the other forest anymore. The meadow where you just came from. It's just gone. In the distance, or
wow.
hidden by the mist or whatever. It seems like geography and stuff doesn't work the same over here as it does where you come from.
Yeah.
Are we far away from the point that we took off from the forest and into
Well,
the
you
swamp?
traveled about an hour now into the swamp.
Oh,
Okay, we're not.
I
that
wanted to
far.
leave an arrow with just to leave a landmark, or just leave a mark where we entered the forest. But that's okay.
Swamp. Yeah. Well, there's not really a point, Battle explains. Because... yeah, we can't cross over at the same point anymore. Or there are quick ways to cross over into another part of the forest.
Okay.
I mean, this swamp is endless in a way. Or maybe not really endless, but reoccurring might be a better word.
Oh,
Yeah, so we don't.
Oh,
understand
no.
that.
He's back.
Am I gone?
Yeah, the near freeze.
Every time you
Oh.
say it, just tell me, because I will turn on and off my camera. Helps.
Oh, it was Roger this time. But
Oh, really?
That was Jin.
The
that
Jin
was
is
Jin.
hanging as well.
oh,
Oh,
I had
really?
the most
Okay.
unstable internet from all of you, but no, I have the most.
Well,
stable
it should.
internet.
If it happens to me, it should be fine on stream though. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not for you guys. Yeah. So you continue. Or did you want to
No, I just said to Petal, like, we really don't understand that.
No,
Really
yeah,
perfect.
it's yeah.
Speak for yourself, Solwing. I understand perfectly.
I'm
Battle.
sorry, Bowie. Do you guys also understand it? I look at Thomas and Oldleaf.
I don't have a clue, but I didn't have a clue 2 days ago when we entered this forest. So
Oh, okay. So
Well,
let's
I've
just
no-
go with the flow.
I have no idea, but at this point, I'm just accepting it.
I want to end these quests as soon as possible so I can rejoin Sir Gunther.
well, just stick with me. I know the way out.
Okay.
So don't worry. I'll keep you safe-ish.
we
Except
will
for the
keep you
danger
informed.
we're about to put ourselves in. But yeah.
Yeah. Do any of you have any experience with hags, or more specifically, encountering them or fighting them?
I think there was one in one of your novels, right? But I can't really remember because I wasn't really paying attention.
Oh, I love this one.
Yeah,
No experience.
I've not really written about hags, but
Oh, never mind then.
I don't know anything about hags other than the children's stories. So,
Well, I know a bit about her, at least who she was before she became this.
Are they always called hags? Good hags, evil hags?
witches.
Witches
Crones.
is more an appropriate term, I think. Or sorceress, or fae.
wizard.
But yeah, she used to take care of this land, and it didn't look like this then. It was more prosperous and less withering.
It was like a beautiful swamp instead of a nasty stinking
well,
one.
I wouldn't want to live here, but it was thriving at least, and it didn't look so dirty and dead or.
Where? What's looking dirty?
Well, everything, the water, nothing looks okay. Not even the wildlife. Those
different.
mushrooms here, there's just the magic is wrong here. It's tainted. You don't smell it?
Does it
don't
still remind
feel it?
us of?
Just another smell.
Do
But this is
things
not a good
remind
smell.
us of the wound that we saw and our experiences with that?
It was a very limited experience.
I know, but we
Um,
saw what it did to the grass, and we saw what it did to a man, and I saw even
More, yeah.
more.
Well, okay, then you make an Arcana check.
So that's 24. No.
12.
12. Well, it's not the same. I can tell you that, but well, if you compare it with your experience in Cabri, then that was a reflection of your world. I mean, it was exactly the city of Cabri in a way, and this is not a reflection of your world, but it has. Yeah, that's the same kind of magic, maybe. The feel of it, the things you perceive with your sixth sense in this case, might have some similarities.
Okay.
It's nice that picture pops up now. Greed manifest.
But it is a good thing that you.
It was
bring up
Brester. Sorry, you're right, Jasper.
Oddleaf, because if we're going to fight that hag and we know that she is making experiments out of the creatures that live here, that must be one of her powers, right? To corrupt or taint other creatures.
But
I would guess so, but yeah, she used to be a great sorceress, and I mean, she drew her power from here, the swamp. But I think she found more power somewhere else, and it's
Black
has
MTG. Yeah. Sorry. No.
and has infected this land with that. I mean, she has a symbiotic relationship with the swamp. She is the swamp, and the swamp is her.
So if we encounter her in the swamp, we should also watch out for the swamp and not just for her.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Now that you mention it, it's but the swamp is big, so wouldn't worry about a random encounter with her. She either knows we're here already, or she will very soon. But I'm counting on that. Don't worry.
Good.
So, how do we find someone in such a big swamp?
I know where she lives.
Just think. Oh, so you can find a way when you're here
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
because of towels and napkins. I don't understand it. Sorry, I thought I understood. The
Okay,
recurring
yeah,
thing and everything.
I don't know what a towel is, but sure.
You don't have towels in this world?
What's a towel? Maybe
It's
we do.
something. It's a piece of cloth that you use to dry yourself with.
Ah, okay.
They call that a kedork here.
Is that right?
How did you know?
But he did take a long bath. He was really
yeah.
interested in the bath, so he might have asked.
Yeah.
Did you ask?
They kept saying kedork, kedork. And they were handing me a towel.
How do you find your way, Battle? Because I think if Bowen says that he understands some things that we don't understand, maybe you can teach him how to navigate for if we ever get lost again.
It's that way.
Is it that way, Battle?
I don't know.
Do you point towards where you were going, or
No.
no? Then she should. She shakes her head. No.
I'm Mr. Gunther at these points.
Yeah.
He always knew the way.
So that's
I do miss Sir Gunther. I hope he's doing well.
So am
I think he's probably in a better place than we are. Safer at the very least.
I do want to be
He might be dead though.
That's not.
Oh, sorry.
No.
At some point, you come, you clear some trees, and you come to this larger open field of very shallow water. So if you step in it, it will reach until your ankles or something. It's very dirty. It's like this brownish water, and if you put down your feet, you can see the waft of dirt rising up from the floor and travels a bit smoky through the water. But the most notable thing here is that halfway through this, it's just a lake. No, it's not really a lake, but this field of water, you can see this huge skeleton of creature you don't immediately recognize. It's very long, and it has it's mostly ribcage. What you see, like it starts up really big and it grows smaller to the end, maybe to a tail of some kind. And
Battle. Did we just find your missing warden?
This? No, this is not a warden.
Ah, okay.
It has 12 heads.
What is this then?
A serpent.
A serpent?
Or at least it was a serpent. It's very dead.
It's huge. Are there more around?
Like
I hope not.
Wait, what? A serpent?
So how huge is this thing?
It's like in length. About 30 yards.
Yards.
Yeah, like 30 meters.
And there's
Long.
more of them than one. This is not the
No, it's
legendary-
one, and it's just lying there through the water, on the water.
Yeah, okay, but is it like there more of these creatures exist?
Yeah, at least they should. I don't know. Maybe she killed them all.
Thomas looks at the skeleton and he looks behind him to see if he can find the way back, and he really considers his life choices at the moment.
You know your way back.
so is
You
Oddly.
guess, maybe.
So the skeleton is lying in the water, right?
Yeah, on top of the water, like the points of the rib cage are pressed into the floor, and it sticks out of the water.
Are you friends with the serpents?
Not really. They're
Please.
less intelligent than most creatures, or like creatures like me.
So we have to fear
Even
them if
Spriggan.
we encounter them.
If we encounter them, we just run away or fly. In our case, right, Solving?
No, my friends can't fly, so if they don't fly, I don't go.
I don't know. I've seen you guys do some pretty crazy things.
Yeah,
Really?
Oddly can fly. That's true.
Sometimes I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
We
I
just
don't- I
run
don't
and hope
think I
it
can fly.
loses interest in us. But
Thomas is still
we
learning
can
to
see a
fly.
thing this big coming, right? It shouldn't be that big of a deal.
His first flight was an impressive one, though.
Yeah, it was.
So how far is the skeleton from us? Can I wait through the water towards?
Oh yeah, Petal flies straight towards it. Like you're
Okay,
gonna
then I'm
pass
going-
through the skeleton at some point.
Okay, then I'm going at the highest speed possible towards that carcass.
And then you reach it first. Even
Yeah,
though
I'm
it's kind of hard to move here, because sometimes your feet keep sticking to the ground. Are you even wearing boots? You're not, right?
No.
Ah, that's easy. You can't lose them then.
Yeah, as soon as the mud gets sticky, I also undo myself of my boots. So
Oh,
So I have like
sticking in my bag.
high-topped leather-laced boots, which are a little below my knee. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but you have them laced really up until.
Yeah, they're
right,
really
yeah, yeah.
laced tight. They're
Yeah,
they're
then
not
they,
loose.
they're now very dirty though.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Because I feel like you wouldn't lose those. They're pretty snug against my feet and
Yeah.
laced tight.
And you don't wear any boots either, right, Solving?
I don't even touch the water. I'm that's why I went low orbit,
Okay.
because I don't
Low
wanna-
orbit. Okay.
Yeah.
That's still really high though. Yeah. Okay. So
Close to the
you're
ground.
just floating outside the planet now without any air, and
I'm starting to cut a piece of bone out of the carcass with one of my knives.
those knives. Because I think it's in one of the knives they got you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they feel really weird compared to the other knife you had. They're much lighter, and it feels like they're made of wood. But they're really sturdy and actually cut through the bone with relative ease. I mean, I guess you're not that strong, are you?
No.
No, but relative ease, at least.
I experimented with them on the roof of my sleeping quarters.
Yeah, but now you're really making them work.
And there
Yep.
you go. Oh, the
Nice.
careful cantrip.
Congrats, character cantrip with the gifted sub from some guy called M. Quack. I don't know.
McQuack.
Quack.
Turbo McQuack.
So I tried
Launchpad.
to get
Launchpad McQuack.
like a splinter of bone that's about this big, and I tuck it into my belt, into my rope that's around my waist, and I try to keep my daggers wrapped in the rope as well, because I don't really have another piece of clothing to keep it where it belongs. Because
Stuff, yeah.
That's how you roll.
Well, eventually you catch up with the overeager Bowen here, and he just finished his hacking, and he has this large piece of bone now. I mean, it's like this big, you said?
yeah,
And is
Okay.
it like is it one of the ends? Like, does it have a sharp point, or did you
No,
really just carve out a piece?
it's
Of
sharp
one thing.
on both ends and a bit messy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because the end that was sticking into the floor, yeah, then would have been awkward hacking, because
Yeah.
you need
It's
to
a
go
messy piece
below
of
the
bone.
water.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you pass through the skeleton, and eventually you reach the other side of this lake, for lack of a better word here. And yeah, you enter a denser part of the swamp, and the mist becomes somewhat thicker. The smell becomes intenser, and but the ground becomes somewhat drier here and there. There's still these patches of water, but they're more clearly identifiable, and yeah, it's still a huge mixture of dead trees and living trees, but most of the trees are just dirty. Even the long leaves that hang from the willows are like this dirty brownish greenish color, and yeah, it's not a pretty sight for those used to or compared to the other parts of the forest that you've seen so far. I mean, even the maze looked prettier than this. And you travel through this darker part of the swamp, and at some point Petal says, "Oh no," and she starts flying ahead. And as the mist somewhat clears before you, you see this it's very weird. You see this large, almost storm of dirt swirling upright. Yeah, like a wall of swirling dirt before you, and pretty far to the side as well. And yeah, Petal rushes straight at it.
I follow her.
I start running.
Yeah, me too. I don't
You
let
say-
her out of our
You
sight.
said dirt, right? Not turd. Not a wall.
Dirt. No, it's not that kind of adventure.
Big
You
brownish
should know by
wall
now. That's
swirling around.
it's more your thing. No, it looks really weird, like this almost this vortex or whirlwind of flying dirt. It
Okay.
takes up pieces of the swamp, even water, and it just swirls around, and it looks somewhat really weird, actually. A bit arcane.
Okay.
Okay, I draw my sword and shield and prepare for anything. And just follow the rest.
Yeah, when she reaches that wall, she you see her from behind, but her shoulders are somewhat slumped, and she carefully reaches with her hand towards it.
Petal, wait. Why are you saying, "Oh no"? What's happening?
Well, as soon as you guys approach, suddenly that storm gives way, and this large moon appears with an angry face on it.
There
it's
is
almost as if the
Lord.
face is drawn on top of that moon. The moon is very flat, but it's round. And it's almost an emoji, an angry emoji looking at you.
We are not in the Pixels movie right now, right?
Nope.
Okay.
No, and Petal starts to say, no, it's okay. They're with me. It's okay. Calm down.
Oh man.
I tell her, Petal, watch out.
I slowly back up. I start to back up.
Slowly move forward, intrigued.
It seems to shift its eyes. It has this still looking face, but the eyes shift towards Petal, and then it blinks. But when it blinks, the whole face disappears. So these eyes go shut, but also the mouth disappears. And when it opens again, it looks happy with a big smile towards Petal.
This creeps me the hell out, man.
And she says, "Oh, there you are. Calm down. What's happening? How are you feeling?" You hear this howling wind just pass through your eyes, but you don't feel any wind anywhere. It's like a sound.
Cool sound.
And a bit like a whale's lament, in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And the Petal seems to comfort it, and it blinks again, and then it looks very sad, like a face. And the Petal seems to have some kind of conversation with it. What do you guys do?
I try to stroke it.
No. Before you do, because if you even go closer, then I already land next to you, even dirtying my feet, and say, "Please go in. Let Petal take care of this."
But it's so sad.
It is, and I think it does not understand our meaning here. So we need to let Petal try to take care of this.
So
What to take care of it?
It's sweet of you, but not now. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
as soon as Petal starts communicating with the creature, Oddly pulls out a small book and starts scribbling patterns and runes in the air, and tries to do so on the ground as well, where she can, if she can.
Okay.
And if I finish, if the conversation or the wait or whatever is longer than 10 minutes, then let me know.
In the meantime, I try to circle the thing and try to assess, the whole creature. Like, what's behind it? How does it look from behind? And how does it look from the sides?
This creature is absolutely huge, and it seems to be clumped up somewhat, like it's drawn in its legs, and it's very hard to discern any shape. I described them earlier as this large giraffe-like creatures, but this one doesn't. The moon that appeared seems to be located somewhere in its mid-torso, if you had to guess. You don't see any limbs, just this huge blob of swirling mud. The only thing that looks solid is that moon face, which is actually more like a coin thingy.
I understand the description. I didn't understand the description earlier, but now I understand.
Yeah,
cool.
I do now.
So cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. But getting around this creature, it's kind of an effort, especially if you want to keep your distance, because it's, if you thought that skeleton you saw earlier was big, this thing is much bigger. Yeah, it's at least 100 yards long and maybe 25-30 yards high.
Okay. Wow. This is one creature we do not want to mess with.
Exactly.
We are too low level for this, man. No, but I don't walk around the entire creature. I just walk to its sides and see what it looks like, and see if I can assess it. If it does have malicious intent, that what might be its weak spots, and How might we exploit it?
Well, the longer you stay near the creature, the more you're all filled with feelings of sadness and loss.
Okay.
No saving throws.
I try to approach it again. My hand stretched in front of me.
You try to pet it.
Yeah.
Then it blinks again and it looks really angry. And Petal says to you, both to you and to the creatures, no, wait, it's okay. Bowen, come over here.
Yeah.
It blinks again and the face is more neutral, like it really changes in emojis. It's the best way to describe it, actually.
Yeah.
As a precaution, I yelled,
It's so
Bowen?
studio. It seems so Studio Ghibli meets a Lost Smoke Monster meets emojis meets. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's a pretty
mental
accurate
picture of it in
description.
my head,
Yeah. That's
which is
pretty good.
awesome.
It's pretty good. The Studio Ghibli is.
That's your description that made the image in my head. So you're doing a very good job. It looks awesome.
I do shout as a precaution, Bowen, do not harm it in any way.
No.
This
No,
is
of
not
course
a bug you can eat.
Maybe after death, but not in front. And I'm trying to give the strokes. And
No, don't touch it. Don't stop it. But just come over here. To you, Bowen.
yeah. I'm walking towards the creature.
She reaches out her hand towards you. Her tiny hand. Do you take it, or do you give a
Yes,
finger
I do.
or anything?
I do.
Okay. See, he's good people. She says more to the creature than to you. He's okay. He's here with me, and he's gonna help. Bowen, this is Lantern.
Yes.
Lantern.
This is
Lantern,
Lantern.
the warden of the swamp. Lantern.
Nice to meet you, Warden.
This is Bowen.
Yeah. Look, we are heroes. So we will save you. But if we fail, and you have a corporeal body, we will eat you. But only then.
No.
No, joking! Oh, sorry, you're not in the mood.
Yeah, it keeps its neutral face, and then Petal, she takes your finger probably, and she puts it on his face. And the moment you touch it, you can feel you feel what it feels, and that's loss, sorrow, loneliness, abandonment, and just sheer misery, and that waves over you when you you experience it all at once.
I take it all in, and I give the same feeling back to him. But from me.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. The face blinks, opens again, and it looks sad, but there's some connection there. Like, brothers from another mother, in a way.
No. I think after that experience, I'm just going to retreat a bit and sit down. Doesn't matter if I get soaked or anything. Just sit down.
What do the other ones do?
I actually, because I was quite close, because I stopped Bowen in the first instance. After seeing what Bowen did, I'm not really as brave, but I take a few steps forward, rummage a little bit in my bag again, take one of these shiny, fresh fruit pieces that I took with me, and then sort of kneel down a little bit and offer it like maybe something to eat will help.
Don't think so, Soul Leaf, but it's a nice gesture. But this is not from this swamp, and they don't eat what we eat. They live on magic. Like this one lives off the magic of the swamp, and the magic is dirty and tainted.
So it's better not to put it on the ground than just eat it myself.
Yes. Yeah, it doesn't belong here.
Then I spread my wings and sort of bow down a little bit in a gesture of amazement to the creature, and then take a few steps back and start eating my fruit.
Altleaf?
Well, did 10 minutes pass?
Yeah.
Then now I can comprehend the languages, but they're not talking anymore. But
Well, they are seemingly having some kind of conversation. It's
Okay.
Well, they're mostly talking about, or at least Petal is asking what happened, and
Yes,
the
that's what I
general
want to
gist of it is that sorry, let's check something. Amara invited something in, and that corrupted the magic, tainted the magic, and Lunthern is dying.
Lunthern and Amara.
does it seem in the context that Lunthern is a different person, or is it
Lunthern
the
is
warden that
the
yeah, the
war-
creature?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that was my question. Okay. So hearing this, I move a bit closer to Petal, and in a sort of way where I show that I'm hearing the conversation.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to sneakily eavesdrop or something. I try to.
Well, as far as if the creature's talking, then each one of you can hear it, and you can probably hear it in a mile radius or something. It's just this the lamenting whale sound, this howling wind, even though there's no wind still. So. At some point, Petal turns to you guys again, and she explains.
What does Thomas do?
Thomas was running around, right? Like checking on things. I thought we went. Okay, what do you want to do? Did you want to do anything more?
Yeah, the only thing I wanted to do was, as soon as I assess that the creature isn't a threat to us, an immediate threat to us, I do scout the environment and see if I can spot anything out of the ordinary. So I'm on higher.
Make a perception check.
Smart, Thomas, smart. Actually playing game.
Ooh, it's very low. That's sorry. So that's.
We're all just playing pretend, and Thomas is actually playing the game.
I can't hear him. What did he say,
It's
Eric?
an 8 in total. Sorry.
An 8. Okay.
Yeah, everybody is talking.
It's this loud wind howling in your ears. Yeah, I understand.
There's this big creature doing right next to me, so I can't focus.
Well, so Petal turns to you guys. He says, he's dying. I don't know how long he has, but it's...
What's
Do we
killing
have a
him?
chance? Do we have a chance to return the magic and make him live?
Yeah, can we save him?
Then we just... Yeah, all we have to do is save the swamp, I guess. But
Oh,
I'm not
that's
sure
easy.
we're equipped. I mean, we can... Yeah... cut out the rot, but I'm not sure if it's gonna heal the rest of the body, if you understand what I mean.
It might be a good start, though.
Oh, it
It's
definitely
pretty
is.
sad.
She will pay for this.
Yes. She
might-
will.
By actually defeating the hag, might we save it?
I don't know.
Or-
But I don't know if the swamp is capable of cleansing itself.
Do you think Amira is she worth saving? Is she worth the
After this, no. She
Let's
needs to
kill her.
die.
Now.
Okay.
Do I now? You hear a voice from behind you. And this is where we're gonna take a break.
What? No.
Break.
Welcome back.
Yeah. So, hello. So Petal says she needs to die, and then a voice says, "Do I now?" And if you guys
turn around.
yeah.
Roll for initiative.
Yeah, that's you see something weird because you don't see what you're expecting to see. At least I don't think so. What you see is one of these corrupted Spriggan just hanging in the air there. And he seems to have this glowing aura of this dirty green blackish light coming radiating from him. And he just hangs there like a puppet, like completely, almost inanimate. But it speaks with another voice, a voice that doesn't seems to fit. Hello, cat.
Fit his mouth.
Fit the Spriggan. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah. But it sounds, it's somewhat female. A bit, darkish. Gnarly, yeah. And it says, "How nice of you to visit my swamp again, Petal. It's been such a long time."
I kill it.
Yeah, that's fine. Petal draws a weapon as well. Like her tiny blade.
I was already holding my spear.
And she doesn't
so,
say anything in return. Oh, no, she does. She says, "We're coming for you, Amara." You also hear the sound of hooves treading through the swamp. And that cat yawning in the background is not it's easy for me. Okay, so I'm looking at another face now. Eric. Yeah, so you hear some hooves in the distance and scurrying among the trees with the creature in your back. It seems that some things are heading your way.
Can I still take flight to see what it is before they arrive?
No.
Then I don't.
Because we're gonna switch to another screen now. And
Woohoo!
I'm gonna
Screen.
ask you guys to roll initiative.
Yes. Yes.
Does it sound like it walks toward us, or does it hover?
It
Nobody.
It gallops towards you, or at least something is galloping towards you, and you hear this hissing sound like a torch being submerged in water.
Okay.
So the creatures in your backs, so this won't be on the nice battlefield I'll show you guys. I need to find it first. So many open windows.
All the windows.
So, you guys are here.
Oh wow. Awesome.
Look, new art.
New scenery art.
Yeah, like a swamp,
Again.
right? Yeah.
Very cool.
To make it easy, I've put your characters down there. You can spread out a little bit like 4 squares from the bottom.
So can we assume that the bottom is where the creature?
Yeah,
was?
it's a little bit more behind you guys. Like I think like 5 to 10 squares
But
behind you guys.
I sort of joined up with Petal when she was talking to the creature, so
Yeah.
I'll be sort of there.
What's the range of these mushrooms? Because you said a few feet, so if we stand within...
1 feet. Not even that big.
Okay. Well, I stay the hell away from the mushrooms, though.
Smart man. That's why you're the actual hero.
Oh, there it
I'm not
is.
a hero.
It's just one of them. No worries.
It's actually not. Because more quickly emerge.
Or might be coming.
Oh. Wow.
What?
Is that what? This looks so cool.
It really does.
Yeah, one of those Spriggan is actually riding some kind of horse-like creature. It has one horn on the front of its head, so you might call it a unicorn. It's blackish purplish, and its hooves and its manes and tail are on fire. It seems, at least it looks like fire, but it's blue or whitish in there. So every time one of the hooves connects with the swamp, especially in wet parts, you see this steam rising up, and even when it breathes, the smoke comes out of its mouth, and sometimes these tiny sparks of flame. But I guess you guys want
something?
sorry.
Would you consider this being something you see in a nightmare?
I don't know. Maybe it could be. So I guess you guys want to see this now, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I want to
to
see.
around,
okay.
man.
It might be a nightmare. It might be a unicorn, or it's just a nightmare unicorn.
A unicorn.
Nightmare Core.
Oh wow.
That's awesome. Cool. Also, the beak is a lot sharper
it's
than regulars.
It's a nice touch, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's really nice.
Nice detail. Super cool.
Looks like what you don't want to meet in an alley late at
But
night.
it looks like something. It looks like something you don't want to meet in a swamp.
No.
Well,
To be fair.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
thanks again, Eric. It's
Yeah, man.
it's amazing.
Beautiful.
It's you drew this like a month ago, maybe more.
Yep.
It's been
Oh,
on
really?
the on the docket for a while. It's
Okay, cool.
but
Awesome.
With the druid.
druid. Yeah, that wasn't the druid. Yeah.
Oh man.
okay.
Okay, let's kill it.
Yeah. Let's go over.
Yeah, it's very pretty. Now let's make it that.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go over the initiative order. Let's see. Okay, Bowen, what is your initiative?
26.
Wow. That's actually
26?
what?
I can get up to 28. So
Oh, so what you're saying is you rolled badly. Okay.
Yeah.
Solving.
I have 19.
19. Wow. Thomas.
19 also.
Wow. Okay. It's gonna be boring. Altleaf.
8.
yes, it's not boring.
Yeah!
Cool. All right. Then, obviously, Bowen is first. And then we'll have Solving and Thomas. What's your dexterity modifier?
My dex modifier is +3.
Me too.
But I give the first turn to Solving, so you go in front of me.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's fine. Let's put this here. And oh, I forgot Petal. Then Thomas is here, solving, and then we'll have these guys?
We're being raided. No, we're being raided in chat. No,
We're being
pirates.
raided. Yeah. Who's raiding us though? Can't see.
Six of Spades.
Oh,
Which
awesome.
is the artist from Careful Cantrip, I think.
Yes.
Oh,
awesome
awesome.
art. Six of
Awesome
spades.
artist from
Yes.
Contract.
No.
I love the
Oh,
character
and it's
art.
Reyna.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, thanks so much
Hi
for joining
guys,
us.
thanks for
You're
joining us
Yeah,
tonight.
it's, we're just
Wow,
diving into
wow.
combat right now. And,
Yeah, we're diving into combat, so Roger needs a bit of time to set things up. And I keep fighting off a cat here. There's not enough room to sit on my lap. Otherwise, it would have been fine.
We were just introduced to a unicorn which we are about to kill.
A unicorn nightmare with a Spriggan riding on top. It's awesome.
No, it's from 6. Yeah, it's from 6 of Spades, not from...
Okay, there we go. It's looking nice, right?
Thanks, people. Thanks for
Yeah.
raiding us. Really enjoyed that. Really love it, actually.
Okay. Well,
All right.
let's go.
So
Yeah, let's go.
it's
Let's get fired up
Bowen's
for this
turn.
combat encounter.
So I see the Spriggan that was hovering in the air, right?
It still is. Yeah,
And I raise my hand and I say,
this one.
"Well, you're not getting away from us now." And 4 missiles shoot out of my hand and crash into its body. And as it does, I soon after I shift to my hollow form and changes into a into the darker part of myself. Why can't I do this?
Just showing
and
off because it's one of my favorite artwork pieces. So
Well, I'm not going there. I'm going to that spot. As I teleport from the point where I was to that point and give an angry snarl. But let's fire the missiles.
roll for damage. Yeah.
Magic. Would you consider these missiles magical?
I would certainly call them magical, and I think I'm going to re-roll some of them.
Aha.
I'm
you're-
going to-
Already. Wow.
Yeah, because there are 3 ones in this magic missile.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. And they turn into 2 4s and a 2. And I had a 3 already, so that's 10, 13 plus 4 is 17 force damage. That as these bleak, shadowy force missiles crash, smash into the body of the probably possessed, corrupted Spriggan.
Yeah. So this
All right.
these.
And so I have to defend Bowen here for a bit for chat because this is actually an ability. The rerolls come from a magical item that he wears. So
He's not
not
cheating.
specifically
No,
Bowen that's doing this.
No, but very cool. Those missiles travel in a somewhat chaotic way towards creatures, and one by one they impact him pretty hard, and he's knocked from the sky and falls dead to the ground.
And then I go, the ha 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 goes into.
So there goes my target.
So that's this one. Dead. So, first blood. Nice. Your turn will be followed by... well, no lair action, so we'll head straight into soulwing.
So we
This is a
take
soul wing.
flight and moves. Sorry. Let's see here. And I blast one of those sunbeams at Mr. Green.
Miss Green, yeah.
But that's a bad throw, so that's an armor class of 9.
That's a miss.
I tell myself to focus, Soulwing, focus! And I try 2 more blasts. And that's an armor class of 19 and an armor class of 22.
Both are hits.
Nice. That's 5 damage. Radiant damage.
Nice, yeah.
And that's 4 damage, radiant damage.
Nice. But not enough to kill it. But it, you scorch him up pretty wickedly. It has this large black burns all over its body now, and it doesn't look too healthy anymore. But it does look very feral and enraged. But you're up in the air, right?
I'm in the area.
Yeah, okay. Thomas.
Okay, so I am doing something I wouldn't normally do.
Are you finally going to review your awesome special trick?
Yeah, I walk over and try to stab something that that would be my party trick. No, I walk. I use my 2 movements to walk up to here. Do I do that? Yeah, up to here. So the creature can't. Can the creature pass over this branch over here?
Sorry, over where?
Sorry, this branch.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then I use 1 action and I move over here, stand over the corpse of the Spriggan, and I do one of the actions I've never used before in D&D 5e, and it's the dodge action. So I brace my shield and I try to avoid as many attacks as possible.
Right, so just to reiterate, you use your move to get there, then you use the dash action.
No, I don't use dash action. I can reach. I can reach up to here towards the Spriggan. So I move up to my full movement, and then I use the dodge action.
Dodge action. Yeah. Okay.
After
That makes sense. All right, and then it's my turn. Well, these guys actually stay around the Nightmare Unicorn, and this guy looks at Solwing, and these 3 look at you, Thomas. 4 actually, because there's one sitting on top of the unicorn. They seem to be brandishing some kind of pipe, which they put through their mouth, and then they blow into it, and dart flies out towards you. So that's 4 darts for Thomas and 1 for Solming.
Okay, so that's all 4 with a disadvantage then.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's do Solwing first, and I had an armor class of. It's not near the unicorn, so that's an armor class of 14.
That's a miss.
Okay.
Yes!
Then the first one for Thomas.
15 more darts.
With disadvantage, that's armor class of 10. The first one.
Miss.
Second one is a 13.
That's a miss.
Ooh, that's not a critical hit, but it is a 19.
Yeah, 19 hits. So I dodge out of the way of the first 2, and the third
Well,
one
you
just...
you made this into a normal hit instead of a critical hit. Yeah, so that's... you can make a Constitution saving throw.
My favorite. Come on, that's not great. So that's an 8 total.
Oh.
An 8, okay.
Oh.
Well, you take 5 piercing damage.
Oh.
And an additional 1 poison damage.
Oh. Which is for our viewers at home, if he would have made his save, would have been 1 divided by 2, which would also have been a 1.
Is that how it works? Are you sure?
Yep.
I think they deal no poison damage. That we experienced earlier.
Might be that...
If it is half damage, then it would be 1 damage.
Okay, last one hits an armor class of 16.
Yeah, that's a direct hit.
No shield up.
That's
with the
4 piercing damage and another poison saving throw, Constitution saving throw.
So 4 piercing damage and a Constitution saving throw of 19.
19 succeeds. So that's no damage.
Haha!
Aha! I was wrong.
Yeah. Ha! Got you.
Now the guild
right
wants me
way.
to return the mug.
Yeah, okay, you can go by with one infraction, not infraction. So next up is Oddleaf.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Oddleaf channels her power, and this black-purple energy starts covering her hand as she squints her eyes and throws her hands forward in the direction of the Spriggan sitting on the nightmare unicorn. I'm going for the rider. And that's armor class of 22.
I'm gonna give him cover though, but 22 still hits.
Okay. That's 1 force damage as a blast of eldritch energy strikes the Spriggan.
A blast of Eldritch. Okay. Yeah.
It's force damage though, so maybe I push him off the horse. I don't know.
No, that's not that kind of force.
Yeah, doesn't he make a sprig off?
No, he's Spriggan. Oh my god, the puns are getting worse. That was it? No bonus actions or other stuff you
No,
might want
no, that was
to do?
it.
Okay, then that's the
was it.
nightmare's turn.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he starts, or she, starts charging.
Does it make horse noises?
No, not really. It's none of the kind of stuff. It's more like this almost ghostly breathing sound, like something like that when it comes your way.
You're scaring
And-
me this evening, Roger, with your sounds.
Sorry, I'll continue. I'll continue doing that.
I'm just a frail boy.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It charges right through you and tries to stab you with its horn as it does so.
Unexpected.
Yeah. But with disadvantage, so there's that. Right?
There's that.
That's an armor class of 21.
The lowest one?
Mm-hmm. The highest was 27. No, that's not right. It's 26 was the highest one.
Well, it's almost as if I'm fighting Bowen. Yeah, that's it.
That's gonna hurt.
No, it doesn't.
No, it's not. Okay. So that's 8 piercing damage, 5 fire damage,
What?
and an additional 4 piercing damage.
Come on, cat.
What?
And you must
Okay.
make a strength saving throw.
What?
Or be knocked prone. Okay. Well, that's a natural one. So.
So you're knocked prone. Yeah.
So glad I didn't give you bardic inspiration. That wouldn't have worked.
Yeah. Sorry, I rolled really well. So
So I went from 19 hit points to 2 hit points. So I might be in the need of a little healing.
You're still. Are you still carrying your healing potion though? I think only Bowen used his.
I think so too.
he's
Just
always the only one that's brave enough. Of you guys, that's brave enough to charge forward. I mean, there's this bird hanging in the sky, but okay. But he always takes,
Yeah.
all the punishment.
I know.
That,
I know.
That's why he's the hero, and we're just guys.
Yeah.
After all.
Flying cheerleaders. Yeah.
I'm just a writer, man.
I think of myself as the
Punching bag of the group.
The punching bag of the group. Yeah.
You are, and we love you for it.
Really.
Yeah.
We
True.
would have died so
True.
many times.
They feel your pain, but not actually.
Yeah,
So is there any initiative there then?
We see you feel the pain.
Yeah. Then it's Petal's turn. Oh, also, well, where's Kiss?
Kiss is again. Kiss is. Sorry, I'll remove Kiss from the battlefield. Kiss is in Thomas's cape.
I'm gonna do this for prone. So Kiss, okay. Petal looks taken aback by the unicorn. You see her hesitate for a moment, but then she flies forward and she tries to stab the unicorn, not its rider.
I say to Petal,
I mean, to be fair, Oddleaf assumed that if you take down the rider, then the horse will do nothing, right? Because that's how horses work.
Yeah.
And you're wrong again. But okay.
Yeah.
So Petal hits an arm class of 21, which is enough. And she draws her blade across its flank. And does a whopping 6 damage.
Oh, wow.
Just
Right.
a question. When the horse trampled me, did I feel what did I feel with the fire effect that's surrounding it?
where
What do you
did
mean?
that come from?
Did I get burned or?
Yeah, you got burned. I told you got fire damage. Yeah, that came from.
You got burned, fool!
You get burned. No, it uses its horn as it charges at you, and then it just does that, and the horn lights ablaze, and adds insult to injury.
Okay. Because I wanted to grab his tail, but it's also a ball of fire, so that wouldn't be great.
I wouldn't.
No, I would advise against it.
You can certainly try.
Yeah. But the unicorn succeeds at its saving throw versus Petal's weapon, and continues doing what unicorns do, right? So, Bowen.
Well, I'm in position now. Let's put it that way. I do this to Petal, and I take one of my giant claws, all knifey fingers sticking out like 50 centimeters, and I slash across the unicorn. Hopefully.
Give him your best Freddy Krueger.
Exactly. Minton.
That's 3 plus 5 is 8.
No, that's not
a
minting.
miss.
Yeah,
Missing.
thought so.
Freddy Krueger is supposed to be strongest with nightmares, man. What's?
Yeah,
Stop with this.
I'm not him. So then I look very disappointed at my hand and I say, that's my turn.
Okay,
Like,
then it's
Stay where I was. Well, no, I move to this place.
cool. Then on initiative 20, which is the lair action, I'm gonna roll this dice.
What?
And tell you that nothing happens.
Whew.
So then we move over to Soulwing.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
The large.
Yes. I think that I'm actually going to try to help Thomas. So, what does Soulwing do? Soulwing shoots another. Let's start with another radiating bolt to the one I
radiant
was
bolt.
already
Yeah.
attacking. That's an armor class of 21.
21 is a hit.
What are you trying to hit?
The green one.
Okay.
And that's only
Finish what he started.
5 radiant damage.
5.
5.
Well, that's enough to blast hole in its chest, making it fall over.
That's a very nice thing, because then I fly over the head of the yellow one, land right here, and I have a question. I'm not good with my rules now, because the flurry of blow things cost me a bonus action, but does the extra attack also cost me a bonus action? I think it does, right?
Yeah, normal. No, normal offhand attack is a bonus action. And you're not level 5 yet, so you don't have an extra attack.
No, okay, so I don't do another attack, but I start my patient defense.
But you can still make 2 attacks, right?
Yeah, but he's using his bonus action for patient defense instead of his other martial arts attack.
Can I make Solwyn, can I make a suggestion?
Yes, you can.
If you move your character over here, you lock these 2 Spriggan, and they provoke opportunity attack from you if they move away from you. So you basically lock one of the Spriggan.
Okay, so I'm going to interpret this as that I'm landing and that Thomas is saying, cover the other one as well, and then I take a side step and start my patient defense there. And then I also look at them and do this thingy, you know?
The Morpheus.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Only then with talents instead of hands.
Yeah, that's the way you roll when you're an average.
Right, patient defense is the same as dodge action, right?
Same as the dodge action. So I'm actually copying what Thomas just did, and I shout back after the advice, you help the others, I'll try to keep them here for a while.
I'll try my best as I'm looking for my other arm and my missing foot and...
Well, this is your turn to try your best then, because it's your turn.
Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is second wind and regain some of those glorious hit points.
He can heal himself now.
So, I can heal myself.
He can do everything, it's not fair.
He can do everything, blah 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 blah.
7 plus 2, that's 9 hit points I got from second wind, so that's 11 hit points.
Awesome.
And then the potion chugging was half an action, right? Bonus action, right?
Bonus, yeah.
A second wind is also a bonus action, so I use my action to do to chug a potion. So that's 2d4 plus 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
2d4, so that's 4 plus 2, that's 6 plus 2 is 8 hit points, so I'm back at 19 hit points. Then I stand up. I stand up, use the rest of my movement to move towards this creature, and then I use my action surge to attack it from behind.
Wow.
Yes.
Whoa, wow.
Stacking those cooldowns, nice.
Can I interrupt this or not?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why, if you did that, didn't you use a bonus action in both actions to drink the poison and do the...
Because you cannot use a bonus action more than once.
But you can with...
Nope. With action surge, you cannot use an extra bonus action. You can...
Yeah, if you gain an extra action and a possible bonus. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, so
you could
I
attack
use the bonus.
twice and
oh, well, then I do that. I attack twice. So the first...
Is that allowed, Dungeon Master?
He didn't let go of the pawn yet, so it's okay. I'll allow it.
Oh, thank you, oh benevolent DM.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't know that. That's
and Jasper,
pay me afterwards. It's okay.
Where's my Dungeon Master mug? Where's my Dungeon?
So this stream is educational.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So the first attack is 23 versus armor class.
That's it.
So I walk right behind it and I jab my blade up a place where the sun doesn't shine. And then I try to wound it with 1d8, so that's a 1, plus 1d6, so that's a 6, so that's 7, plus 3 plus 2, so that's... damn it, my math all went out of the window, but I think that's 12 piercing damage. And then my second attack.
Wait, can we go over that again? You rolled a 1?
So a 1
And-
with a 1d8, I rolled a 6 with a d6 for my sneak attack.
Yeah.
Then a plus 3 for my ability modifier, and plus 2 damage for dueling.
Dueling. Okay, yeah, so 12. Yeah, cool.
So the second attack is 17 versus armor class.
It's also a hit.
Yes. Okay, and that's a d8, that's an 8, plus 3 plus 2, that's 13 piercing damage.
13.
Oh, that's nice, man.
Yeah, that's 25
Great
damage.
turn.
And I said, right back at you! Trampling me.
All right. That's my turn.
So what,
immediately
does the horse nightmare unicorn look remotely hurt?
Yeah,
or-
it does. It does. And you see this bouts of flame shooting from the wounds. Actually, like it doesn't bleed. It burns inside. Yeah.
Do you bleed?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. It doesn't bleed, so. Yeah. So these two guys drop their blowpipes and draw these thin wooden blades, much like those daggers you guys bought for Bowen. But this one walks forward, and this weird greenish blackish aura surrounds it as it lifts off the ground, and it stretches its hand towards Bowen and repays him with some missiles of the magic type.
No.
So let's
Cheating.
deal with that
But-
first.
Did it seem like he was getting some sort of magical energy from the corpse? Sorry, I have difficulty to understand what happened. He moved over to the corpse.
It seems possessed. It doesn't move toward. Yeah, it moves over to the corpse, but that just happens to be there. It just
okay.
it suddenly
I thought you just-
rises into the air and it floats forward with its with its legs and arms hanging, and then it suddenly raises its hands toward Bowen and
You guys,
shoots
thanks.
some magic
So-
missiles.
this is
I
a dark
underst-
moment in our campaign.
But only 3, of course, right?
Because our dungeon master finally
5.
thought of, hey, I can do what Bowen can do. Let's just build enemies that can do everything.
Yeah, true.
They fly, they cast magic, do everything.
That's 16 damage.
Oh no,
Wow.
oh no. I mean,
Wow.
Let me see what my maximum hit. Oh, okay, I'm alive. So you see it impact, and these white wounds open all across my body, and then they try to close themselves again. But you see Bowen. Yeah.
Yeah, and then afterwards
Taking some strong hit.
the aura from the creature disappears and it falls to the ground and looks confused. And the other two attack Solwing, both with advantage.
disadvantage.
Oh yeah, then it cancels out, so normally. That's an armor class of 16.
That's a hit.
People.
That's 5 slashing damage.
Okay,
And then armor class of 8.
that's a miss.
Alright, that's it for me. Then it's Oddleaf's turn.
All right. So the Spriggans just became a bit more of a target than I thought. Yeah, seeing the Spriggan rise up into the air and use magic, I start to mutter softly, and these words come out like the very dark in a language you don't really understand. And these black chains start to swirl around me and shoot towards the Spriggan, wrap around him, and seemingly break as I cast Hex upon him. And then purple-black energy and a Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast! Natural 20!
Natural 20!
Natural 20! Yeah. So that's 2 damage on the blast itself, which is 4, and then 2 on the hex, which is also 4, for a total of 8.
On which one?
The Spriggan that was just casting the magic missile.
Let's call him Orange.
So instead of 32, you deal 8.
Yes, that is correct.
Well,
Nice.
It was a critical hit though. It was really nice.
Yeah, it was a critical hit.
Awesome.
Cheers for the
Yeah.
20. I mean it. I'm not being sarcastic. I mean it.
Okay. Anything else?
Use the action, use the bonus action. I'm not going to move, so yeah, that's it.
Then it's time for your worst nightmare.
My worst nightmare?
Yeah, it's not necessarily your nightmare, but it is a nightmare. Oh, I've been neglecting its rider, so my mistake. Sorry. Could have done
It's
more
because
damage.
the rider was confused by the bolt of Eldritch energy that hit him for 1
Maybe.
damage
Yeah,
earlier.
that's
It was like,
probably-
why are they attacking? Why are they attacking me? There's
Yeah, so Thomas or Petal or Bowen.
Owen. So,
I've done nothing wrong.
No, I think Thomas is the great threat. So it turns towards Thomas.
Ooh, Thomas.
said no one ever.
And at first it raises itself into the air and tries to put down its hooves on top of your head. And wow, I think it fails because it's a crit fail. So it misses. And then it swipes with its horn. And that's an armor class of 16.
oh, that's a direct hit. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So I say, is that the best you can do? Oh!
So then you
In your
take
face.
another 7 piercing damage plus 4 fire damage.
That's 11. That's 8. That's what you had, right? Or is that what you healed?
I healed now. I healed up to 19, so...
Oh, okay.
Use the potion as well.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
used
I
the
used
potion
the
as well.
potion
That's
as
true.
well. Still not great. So 11. That's.
Would you guys like
8 hit
this-
points left.
To see the health bars on the battleground, like your own health bars, or is it something that chat would be interested in seeing,
Yeah.
or is it
I would put it
cooler
to chat.
this way? Because we can make it visual. You guys
Yeah,
would
but
have to
what-
track your hit points on the thingy.
Character sheets. Yeah. Well, let's do that next battle.
Oh, but Peril was bad. So no visualization actually.
I don't like. I don't think that I
Oh yeah,
I
it's
would like
fine
it,
if
but-
you but it's,
But I would be like if chat says like, yeah, we want to see it, then oh sure, go ahead.
so it's 2 no's so far. So let's just continue. So then it's Petal's turn. Cool. Petal. Wait, Bowen, how are you feeling? And how are you feeling, Thomas?
Feeling a bit under the weather. I had a bad day at work, and
I'm feeling like 8 hit points.
Yeah, okay,
whoa,
that's,
8 hit points, brothers.
you both are at 8.
So who does she like more?
Sorry, Thomas.
Nobody makes me.
She sprinkles some of her fairy dust over you and you turn invisible.
Who's you?
Thomas. She's standing next to Thomas.
Oh, okay.
Poof. I say thanks, Petal.
By talking out loud, you immediately make yourself known to the enemy.
That's her turn. Then it's Bowen's turn.
So I'm getting really frustrated now. I say, and I'm going to try it again. Of course, I know only one thing, right?
Eldritch Blast. Oh no.
It's a 17 total.
That's my trick.
On the Nightmare.
Yeah,
It's a hit.
definitely. That's a 12 plus 5. Man. So that's 10 damage. Slashing. So my claw goes through and I'm starting to be really glad about my first hit. And I go, rah, rah, rah. But then I kind of get stuck behind a bone and I slip out of the body before I can really do a...
Well, it's
big-
still a nice gash you inflict
Yeah.
upon its chest, I think.
Hey there, Dave.
And then it's my turn again. So, Lara action. Here's the dice again.
It's actually 2 good points for
Nothing
hit
happens.
points.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not.
Okay.
I can't turn my attention to chat at the moment.
No, I just.
So hello everyone, but Solwing.
Yeah. So I make a spinning move while getting my javelin, and I start attacking the yellow Spriggan to start. Because you gotta choose one.
Yeah, you're just there taking names, man.
Yeah.
You're basing your choice
Kicking ass and
on color.
taking names.
That's an armor class of 17.
That's it.
And that's 6 damage.
You're rolling quite well this evening.
Yeah, you're
Solwing?
My first one was bad.
we're
But,
handing out cookies.
Going stronger from there. But yeah, and I use my bonus action to gather some chi and to throw out a punch and kick while I'm at it. And that's an armor class of 12
That's a miss.
and an armor class of that's a miss. 8.
Also a miss, yeah.
And that was my turn.
Right? Thomas?
Okay, so I'm invisible now, right?
Yes.
And this is a lesser invisibility or a greater invisibility?
Yes, either of those two.
Either of those two.
If you take any past experiences in account, then you might be able to figure it out.
Yeah, okay, so if I take an action, I might be visible again. I say thank you for the help, Pebble, but we need to finish this. And I move up towards the front of the horse.
So, if you move in my direction,
Yep.
then if shit really goes down, I might actually be able to give you a couple of hit points.
Yeah, but we really need to finish this horse, and Owen isn't. It isn't faring any better than I am. So.
Okay.
I take my rapier and I try to stab it in the throat
With advantage.
with advantage.
One sec.
Roll that crit, roll that crit. Hey, where did Jin go?
So I turn visible and I roll a 1 and a 3.
Well, Jin is now Michelle, and
Yeah,
Michelle
that's
is now
fine.
all-
We can continue.
Yeah. So I turn visible again, and right before I try to stab it in the throat, the creature looks right at me, and I freeze in my tracks because I will roll a 1 and a 3, and well, that's the end of my turn.
That's the end of
people.
it. This might be the end of you. Aiden.
Probably yes.
Yeah, you should all switch character sheets now. Except for Bowen. Bowen
yes.
can remain who he is. It's,
So who do I play now?
You're Soulwing now.
Oh, I'm Soulwing. Cool. No, it was just my turn.
Oh, sorry.
He's back.
And everything is right with the world again.
Yeah.
Jin is looking like two squares. Trying to reach his arm.
There
we
he
are.
is.
Hey, welcome back. Woo.
Be there or be square.
Then it's the Spriggan's turn. Yeah. So this one is still kind of confused. It's not really now, and it charges forward to Thomas.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. Stop playing Jedi mind tricks on me. It's not working.
No, it doesn't.
The red one starts to glow now and rises up in the air, and it stretches its finger, its hand towards you, Solway.
Yeah, so it does not leave.
It does not leave your reach, and this huge arcing flame shoots out of its hand, and it burns you and the other Spriggan as well.
But the smell
So
of roasted
make a-
chicken is better than the swamp.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Inspired.
Hash me up chicken McNuggets.
Hey, it's one of the most important questions we keep getting asked, right?
What does
Does it really taste like chicken?
Does
Super. It's 14 total.
it's 14? That's a fail.
I was expecting that.
14 fails? Oh.
Well,
Then you take. Stop doing or not. Wow, I need to do mine. You take 14 fire damage.
So I
that
just
other
want to
Spriggan-
remind everyone that we're not even facing the hag. We are facing the minions of the hag.
and I would like to ask Chat, which characters should we play next? If you have
Yeah. Do you have any cool
be the
character ideas?
I already have a very cool character idea actually. So
Charge! Charge, Oddleaf! Charge!
Going for cousin It. Going for cousin It.
I take it Solwing emerges from the flames. That other Spriggan doesn't. He's burned to crisp and falls into ash on the floor.
oh wow, indiscriminate.
No, I'm terribly burned, but not to ash.
Play the Hag seems to be winning.
my next character will be a hag.
All right.
Then the normal Spriggan. Yeah, I'm gonna attack Thomas now. Ooh, with a whopping armor class 9.
That's a miss. I want to play a horse next time. I want to play the unicorn next time, and I will do a voice like.
Yeah, that's not gonna get old. Then the rider
do the
attacks
tapping to count.
Petal with an armor class of 12 and misses. And that's it. Is it? Yeah, that's it. Sorry, guys. Wish I could have done more. I missed, yeah. So, Oddleaf. It's...
I really like this pose.
Okay. Oh man.
So kill it, please.
Sorry?
So kill it, please.
Yeah, so again, this low rumbling starts to emanate from Oddleaf as you can see her eyes gloss over black. And this purple energy starts to come from it as she mutters like, "Oh, and again these black chains, but bigger ones, swirl around her and go towards the unicorn this turn as I use my Hexblade's curse. That immediately followed up with a shot of Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast!
Eldritch Blast!
Eldritch Blast.
Oh man, a 19, which is a crit because of the Hexblade's curse. I'm rolling real well onto hits, but the damage has been disappointing to say the least. But
It's the last one before you have to prove it, though.
it's a 5. Yeah. So 10 and a 4 is 8. 18 plus 2 from the... No, sorry. I have to take the 8 away because the hex was actually on the Spriggan. So it's 10 plus 2 for Hexblade's Curse for 12 damage on the
12
nightmare.
damage. Wow. That's pretty well-placed blast, but it doesn't kill it. It does make a large wound in its flank and this fire roars out of it, but...
Sorry, I don't
standing.
have any second or surge or...
The more and more, especially since Bowen is slashing and you're burning, and these are fairly large wounds you inflict, while Tom's wounds are more deep. But due to these large wounds, you actually remove parts of her flesh, and she becomes this fiery creature beneath it. It's like there's a ghost of a horse beneath the flesh, burning ghost.
All right.
And my wounds go deep, you say, right?
Yeah. So the wound you inflict isn't that large. So it just makes this small wound where flames spout out, but
Okay. So
it doesn't mean that your wounds aren't. You made some pretty hefty wounds on her, but you're attacking with a rapier, right? It's piercing, so and while
it's inner child,
it's
your wound
slashing and this massive critical blast and stuff like that. So
awesome.
but still alive, or is it even
did
alive?
like 50 damage to it.
Yeah, like 53.
53.
Quick math.
Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. Nice. Then it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Man.
It's the nightmare's turn. Right? It was Oddleaf, then me. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Thomas.
Sorry, I'm having very bad reception here. Can you say that again?
You're having very bad. Okay, yeah. That's then.
Does
might
anybody
receive,
hear Roger now? I think
thi-
he's gone. I think he's gone.
He disconnected.
He
Who's this Roger you're
Sorry.
talking about?
Sorry, so everyone in chat, we want to... Damn it.
I hear that for some reason.
Okay, kill me.
What's with the hooves? Doesn't matter.
The horn.
It's gonna
the
hurt.
horn is after.
That's not that much. That's 5 bludgeoning damage, followed by 2 fire damage. So it's only 7 damage. Before I roll another attack.
So I'm at 1 hit point.
You are?
Yes.
Let's see if we can keep it that way. Armor class 20.
Why is he laughing?
Who, me?
People.
Or-
Yeah.
I thought Roger always said that he doesn't see it as a DM versus player thing. He seems to be enjoying this quite a lot.
Yeah, but that's Eric's fault. I mean, he's... Yeah.
Well,
Sorry, man.
From now on, I'll only be producing thirds.
I must
for the
admit,
artwork.
I like killing Eric's characters as well. That's true.
You killed him way more times than I did.
You want an awesome hack? Here's a stick figure.
6 piercing damage and another 6 fire damage, but I guess it doesn't really matter at this point. So you go down.
Nothing else matters.
Here's that beautiful horse you drew, Eric.
In your face. No.
Extra crispy right now.
Yeah. So. Damn.
So now just the Precipice of Dream thing, the standard thing is that whenever we do combat, Thomas goes down.
Yeah, that is kind of a thing.
I'm too tired, man. Need
He's
to lay
not
down.
dead yet. He's not dead yet.
No.
That's
I said goes down. Goes down.
Well, Petal reacts with, no, Thomas! And she stabs at Unicorn.
Yeah, dang.
With an armor class, wow, an armor class 24.
Make me invisible. Panel.
No, she's a
She's-
barbarian. She enrages
Yeah.
now, and
If she's kill stealing, man,
she deals 5 piercing damage.
I would forgive her.
But the
I would
unicorn
forgive her.
succeeds on the saving throw, so no additional damage. It's still standing.
58 points of damage. And then unicorn.
But who's keeping count, right?
Me.
Well, it's your turn. As in, I'm gonna kill you next. No, it's your turn, Jasper. Go for it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Horse must go down. And I said it like,
Yeah.
um,
I imagine that we speak different I mean, for sure, different languages. You're
Oh, we're going
It's
on a
a
journey. We're going on a journey.
where is it? Where
It's
is
an
it?
empty cup.
It's there, but I can't stretch it.
I see artwork for Jasper's laboratory.
Yeah.
Hey, Jasper, why aren't you
I
wearing
see it.
pants?
No, it's
I see it. Yeah. For a split second. Also, great way to do an ad for your upcoming show
yeah, it's
tomorrow.
yeah.
That's cool, right? Accidentally, but who cares?
Okay. Kill it, please.
That's 24 damage. Slashing.
wow.
As I go with both claws and really try to get in there deep and rip it apart.
Revenge for Thomas.
Well, that's exactly what you do. You rip it apart. The flesh keeps sticking to your blades. Best word, I guess. And you just swipe, and there's this stream of blue fire that follows your claws as it loses its corporability and just dissipates in flames.
And
The
I
flames
say,
don't hurt you, by the way, if you go through them.
And I say, yeah.
The Spriggan falls to the ground and lands prone.
I want to try something. So this is DM's discretion. I fully realize, but as soon as the nightmare goes down, this black energy rises up from the dissipating nightmare, and would heal me for 2 hit points. But I actually want to try if I can somehow move it up and towards towards Thomas. See if I can redirect it, that instead of the life force coming to me, it goes to Thomas.
I think that's such a very good idea.
I imagined that, I thought that you would think that's a good idea.
But he still has 2 Spriggan over my head, so...
Thomas, what does Thomas think of that? I mean, would he accept this dark energy
Well...
creeping into his very being?
At the moment I'm gurgling blood, so I have no opinion about it whatsoever. So if she wants to do it, let her do it.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Well, that's a 4 plus 1, so that's 5.
Yeah, that's a fail. I guess.
Yeah, I know.
What's your DC, Oddleaf?
My DC, I mean, that would be, what is it, 12, 13?
30,
Yeah,
yeah.
where
So
do I have it?
that's a
Yeah,
definite
30.
failure then.
Which means that it succeeds or not.
Well, while you're doing that, Oddleaf, you drain the energy from the creature that you've chained, and you actually use those chains that rip free from the creature to envelop Thomas. And you hear these drums in your head, like...
No, not that, Jasper. Never that.
And for a second later, Thomas as he regains consciousness on 1 HP.
Yes. Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you. I think.
Are you
Yeah, now
thanking?
you're starting to think.
Are you thanking the dungeon master's discretion, or?
I'm thanking the action that Atleaf takes. So.
It was still my
Beware the
turn,
smiling DM.
Yeah, so it is still your turn, Jasper. But I mean, the draining thing happens instantly. So I knew there was a stretch to, but thanks.
Right? So I am.
I'm so prone.
Let me see.
Pretend that you're dead.
Certain.
Oh yeah.
Let me see. How does it work? Am I going to do this? Yes, I'm going to do this. I shift out of my hollow form, and I become my normal bowing form again.
And teleport.
And as I do, I walk. I step over. What's happening?
I think the air is time to...
I'm pretending I am dead.
Okay.
Okay, so I step over his body, and while I do, I stretch myself up to a length of 5 meters, and I curl like a ball of flesh over his body, and I give the Spriggan next to me a very big, nasty smile as blood drips from my wounds that are now converted back to my original body. And I say, "Come and get it."
If you want him, come and claim him.
That was your turn?
Yeah. So
Wait a minute.
Awesome.
How are you standing over me?
well, now
You
I'm a
still
big
wear the
fleshy
monk's
mask
robe.
curled. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm a bit stretchy, and I'm this fleshy mask that's covering you in the most obscuring way for your body, but well,
So I'm beneath your monk's robes. Okay.
No, he curls
Imagine it
around
as
you
you
like a
want.
cocoon. But
Oh,
if
okay.
just okay, you just
You
imagine
tell
it as you want to imagine it.
Yeah, okay.
Eric.
sure.
I saw him like Mr. Fantastic around.
Yeah.
Evil Barba Papa.
Well,
Yeah, like that.
yeah, that thought had occurred to me as well. Yeah.
So I'm for this I'm going prone as well. So
Right. Then it's time for my lair action again, right?
Oh no.
Finally.
Something is happening.
No,
Yeah.
I see webbing underneath that tree. No.
No, it's not that bad.
Oh.
No, more Spriggan arrive.
no,
Oh.
no, Shay, what are you doing?
He really is going for the total party kill.
I know, right? I mean,
Yeah, but
yeah.
it's just a couple of Spriggan.
It's all been easy up until here, right? It's
Yeah, sure.
What's the worst that can happen?
They win.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see
We
what
do.
happens on Soulwing's turn.
On Solwing's turn, he sees all these Spriggans coming and he's like, oh my, but first I have to try to take care of this guy in front of me. So I stab with the javelin.
Yeah, man, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Stab with the jab.
Jab,
And,
jab, jab.
I had an armor class of 16.
16 is a hit.
Oh, sorry, 17.
Then it's miss.
Because my wrists are glowing again.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And that's 10 damage.
Wow.
the
On the red one. It's still a fresh one. Yeah. That's a massive blow, but he keeps standing.
And then I hit him again. Yes, I hit him again. I tried to hit him again. Let's first try and then...
Even you're surprised that you're hitting him again.
This is an armor class of 18, so that will be okay. And that's 5 damage.
Then it's dead.
Yes.
Oh, the Spriggans are all the way to the left.
Awesome.
And
Oh
to
yeah,
the
I
right.
did.
And to the right.
It's six.
Oh,
Six
man.
of them.
Oh man, it's 6.
6 Spriggans!
I take
Roger!
I think
What's
we
up,
need a
Jas?
long rest of this.
I thought I was cruel again.
You are.
Why
Yeah.
can't I? Oh wait. You still are. Yes.
take position here. And tell them there are more coming. And oh sorry, I also take flight, so I make some height. I'm going to try to be the Air Force again, because that worked pretty much better than trying to close combat these guys. And then that was my turn.
Then
I
it's
think you were doing pretty well close combat wise.
Thomas, can you still reach your character?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
moving over here. I'll stand up
I say, what? Why?
and I say, thanks, Bowen.
My
For your
pleasure.
protection, and I think I'll just... Oh, is this Spriggan prone?
Yeah.
You're one of
Yes.
my best friends, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
And so are you, Bowen. And I...
Thanks for the knives, by the way.
You're welcome. I'm trying to hit something right now. So I try to coup de grace the Spriggan that's lying on the floor. That's with advantage, right?
Yes.
So that's a 19 plus 5, that's 24.
What is 19 not a critical hit for you?
Nope. You can roll. Be like you. That's 7 plus 5, so that's 12 piercing damage in total.
Wow. That's
Awesome.
Another kill. So
That is very nice.
Okay,
By the way, to come back to the point earlier, jab stabbing sounds much better than flap slapping. Just throwing it out there.
slapping them flaps.
That's what I'm doing now.
unless you're called Jeff, then
My name is Jeff. And that's my turn. I stand together side by side with my friends and wait for the end.
this is the last stand. Oh no, that's is it?
It could be.
It could be because it's my turn now,
could-
right? Yeah.
It could be.
All right. Let's see what we have. We have the yellow one. We will attack Bowen. We have these coming rushing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they're all holding these blowpipes and they start to fire on you guys. Let's see. Let's start off with 3 versus Solving. No, let's start off with the one next to Bowen, one of the old guard. He critical misses, so that's not gonna happen. Then, yeah, on you. The orange one, this one.
Yeah.
So 3 Spriggan make it 3.
Yeah, and they blow pipe at you. They blow at you. They
blow it.
pipe at you. I don't know.
Man, this is going really poorly, man. They do a hell of a
That's
job of it.
an arm class of 10. And
Blowpipe,
No, continue.
slap flap.
Arm class of 18
That's a hit.
and an arm class of 7. So that's
I was
one hit.
asking, is the last one, is he in range with his blowpipe? But he misses anyway, so he's not, probably. But the 18 is definitely
No,
a hit.
he should have rolled with distance. You're right. And that's 4. No, sorry, 3 piercing damage and a Constitution saving throw.
And it goes to
No. Come on. Don't forget your reaction.
Oh, of course, yes. I did forget. I used my reaction to try to catch the dot.
Wow.
And then throw it back.
That's still so not in my system, so thank you guys.
You're welcome.
We need any advantage.
And we're kind of going into the meta with this fight, though. But yeah,
That's okay. If you want to
okay,
survive
right?
it, it's yeah.
Oh, that's
it's a
nice.
hard fight.
So I 15 damage. I reduced the damage.
Yeah, okay. It was 3, so you catch the missile and you can throw it back if you want. As part of the same action.
Yep. That's a reaction. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it.
No, you can throw it back.
No, that cost me chi power that I don't have anymore.
Oh, that's it.
So I just catch
Would
it.
would have been cool. Would have been cool.
Would have been super cool, but
So can Altreef grant him 1 chi power back because of stuff? Make a wisdom saving throw and fail it.
I'm just happy to be alive, man. Seriously, let's go with
Speaking
that.
about Thomas, let's see if he gets hit by the purple one has disadvantage. So that's an armor class of 14.
Whew. Okay. On to the next.
The blue one and the green one fire on Petal.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh. No.
Oh, Petal,
Petal.
no. Oh, no, Petal.
She does get hit once.
no,
She
I'm so
succeeds on a
sorry.
saving throw, that's okay. But she takes 5 damage. Those blow darts actually look kind of huge when they hit Petal.
Yeah, I imagine.
But still only 5 damage. There's no conversion for that.
Man,
on D&D.
it's an awesome combat on an awesome map, people.
I
Yeah.
was just looking at the map again and thinking
Yeah.
it's super cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Oddleaf, as soon as the horse died and I moved that energy towards Thomas to heal him, my eyes are no longer black. They return to normal. And I intently stare at all the creatures gathering around us. I concentrate and I push off into the air, and my black wings fold open on my back. And I make my way towards Thomas, and it's actually it's not graceful per se, but it's. I mean, you have not seen her move that fast with these wings. I land behind Thomas, and I put my hand on his back and heal him for 3 hit points. But now my eyes actually sort of gloss. The yellow from my eyes actually sort of starts to emit some sort of golden yellowish light. As this golden yellowish energy actually deals you 3 hit points.
So another 3 hit points, right?
Yes.
Oh wow. I'm really taken aback by this a bit, but I do feel reassured by it, but it's also very strange at the same time.
That was, and then I whisper in your ear, "You're doing great, Thomas. Hold fast. You're so brave." And I give you bardic inspiration.
Okay, it's just like saying to a child, It's a really nice drawing. You should be really proud of yourself. I'll let the grown-ups do the work.
Yeah, it was a bit more serious than that, but okay.
Yeah, but
that's great. Yeah, sure, no.
Oh yeah, he means it.
Thanks,
She
man.
means it.
Thanks, Oddleaf.
So
Don't
that was
expect
action, bonus action.
Move.
Oh, wait. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. The wings are a action and not a bonus action, and the healing is also an action. So I can't actually do that.
Yes.
Oh.
No, that's okay, people.
So I land.
We really have to discuss tactics, Mr. Michel, because
What?
1 and 4 better heal him back when he's down again.
So
That
I'm
is-
still at 1 hit point, right?
I know. I thought about that as well.
Next
but,
point. Exploit the
but-
rules.
Yeah.
But you are right though.
So
in
I
character is okay. Of course.
I land behind Thomas. I still give him the bardic inspiration. So I just whisper, "You're doing great," or actually, I'm not really whispering. I'm just saying, telling you. And then I lay my hand over his shoulder, point my fingers towards the yellow Spriggan, which still has the hex on him, or the orange Spriggan, as I cast Eldritch.
No.
But what I'm doing, that's action as well. No,
Yeah,
I did the
what
bonus action and action.
It's getting late. I understand.
I know.
It's yeah.
So I'm still at 1 hit point, but I have bardic inspiration, right?
You have bardic inspiration, yes.
Awesome. I'm very inspired.
Yeah.
But it was a cool action, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a cool action.
So it's Petal's turn then.
It is.
It is.
Okay, she joins the group. Forms
I had so many
in the line.
ideas.
and she gives some fairy dust to
Bowen.
Yeah, Bowen? No, Thomas.
No, let's do both.
No, it's Thomas again. So, there.
Okay. I'm invisible again.
Well, and as these other Spriggans encroach upon you and give the hag some more bodies to possess, we'll end the session here.
No.
No!
Yeah.
No.
Oh, man, 5 more minutes.
But
Man, 5 more
Dad,
hours. No, 5 more hours. 5 more hours, Jose.
5 more minutes and then you have us. Come on.
Yes, come on, we can continue this. We need to end this fight.
Yes, I agree.
no,
Not tonight.
no,
No, we can't-
we're gonna
we
end this
can't end
fight,
this
but at least
Not
now
too big.
you still have characters for 2 more weeks, right?
That's true.
Dedicate my show to that.
Damn it,
Thanks for
Roger.
reminding me that this will take 2 weeks before we can continue this.
It's I know, man.
And Roger, my compliments. This was an awesome session, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, thanks. I had a lot of
Holy
fun
shit, close
as
call.
well.
I think Chat didn't really enjoy it though.
No, they were kind of quiet, right? I didn't. I'm gonna read back everything they said.
Nope.
It sucked.
Nope. I shouldn't have phrased it like that. I know.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least I had a good time, so that's okay,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I had a great time as well. I'm still having a great time.
Yeah.
So-
yeah. People, what a great job, bro.
What are we going to do?
Die?
We're
Yeah,
not going to die.
that's pretty probable.
I still have 1 hit point. I mean, come on. What's the worst?
It-
that
I
can
still.
happen?
I
One
can
is all
still
you
heal.
need, right? It's
I can still heal you for 3
One is
whenever
all
you go
you
down.
need.
Yeah, and we
yeah, but
know, we know
Jasper made a good point there. That's I mean, he can take like 50 damage now in 1 blow, and he will just be at 0 hit points.
I know
But-
how healing word works.
We know one thing about our enemy, and that is that they can move 6 squares just as we do. So we could just stay out of range for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, but the blowpipes though.
I want to say the Esner's comment out loud here. And it's, welcome to the Voidcast. We're going to kill the party, and more importantly, I'm going to have a lot of fun doing it.
You should definitely start it like that.
Yeah.
It would be great. Yeah.
Also,
No, but I wasn't smiling at you guys' misfortune. I'm just enjoying my session here. It's, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not that sadistic. I'm not you, Jasper. Come on. You know that.
Well, I'm always getting anxious as well, so it's more pretense than really loving to kill my character. Oh, what am I saying?
I just love how this combat went from like the first turn. You asked like, really, you don't want to do anything else because I have a lot of bonus actions and I didn't use one, and I was like, no, I don't need all that. This is just the warm up fight.
Yeah.
See, we did 58 damage to the nightmare. And then I did my 24. You should have seen it. He probably had 60 hit points, and I did 22 overkill or something, you know.
Well, not that much. He had more than 60 hit points.
Okay. Well, it's funny where the damage goes. Yeah. Man, great session.
Yeah, it was an awesome session.
Yeah.
So, up next, long rest. Once again.
Up next, we continue this fight. I mean, you want to take a long rest now? That's fine, but I'm going to kill you.
Yes.
No,
you were going to do that anyway.
Yeah, that's true. But then I'm not even trying anymore. I'm just going to do it.
We invoke the right of parley.
The funny thing is, I think that we are, if we take a short rest after we win this fight, because we're going to win this fight, everybody has this features back, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, key returns, ulti spells return, bonuses, action search, that's short rest, long rest.
Both action search and
second wind. I knew.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Doesn't return, and my
the short rest will give you.
I have spent one hollow, but
most of your resources back.
So I will regain the Hex and the Hexblade's Curse that I cast.
But I don't think that I have enough insight to actually fully heal from this. Because I have to throw really, really well then.
Well, we'll find out in 2 weeks.
We'll find out in 2 weeks.
If we take a short rest, I can give you bonus healing on a short rest.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's continue this discussion after the session.
Exactly.
Yeah. This was important to have on camera.
Yeah, that's true.
For if we forget.
I know my stuff.
You know.
Anyway, I had a great time. I enjoyed the roleplay bit as well. I hope you liked the journey through the swamp at the start as well, not just the combat. The combat
Thanks
was fun
for the raid
as well.
again.
And thanks for the raid.
Thanks for
everyone in chat.
Six of Spades and everyone from Careful Cantrip. So if you don't know Careful Cantrip, please, or Six of Spades artwork, please go check out Careful Cantrip. They're also on Twitch and YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and all that jazz. Go check them out. They're a great RPG or actual play D&D campaign streamers from mostly and friends of ours. Now they all mostly come from Canada. Is that right? Canada and Switzerland, if I'm correct.
On the other side.
Anyway, go check them out.
Yeah.
Also,
check them out.
Does a great world building show and
every Sunday.
So check them out.
And we also do other stuff. Like tomorrow, Jasper will launch his brand new show, right?
Yes.
That is tomorrow.
It's
tomorrow. So set your calendars.
9 Central European time. And next week we have Allard from Dutch 20 on Talking Void and Michelle, of course.
And we have parallel projections on Monday. So you will not be starved for content from our part. But we'll be back with Precipice of Dreams in 2 weeks, and we'll see how this combat ends and what else awaits them in this fetid swamp.
I see one more question in chat. What's the new show about?
Session preparation in Dungeons and Dragons, and everything involved around that topic. So be sure to join.
So, but not for the Precipice of Dreams, because that would be spoilerish. It's Jasper's own campaigns and
my own campaigns and other stuff.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this.
So,
All right.
Thanks
Awesome.
again, everyone, and we hope to see you in 2 weeks. And we hope you had a great time.
We hope to see you
'cause
tomorrow.
We did.
We see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow.
So,
Yeah, caw.
And stuff.
and stuff, and credits.